Chairman, I'd like to thank the witnesses for being here today to discuss the Federal Air Marshal Service, and I'd also like to thank Chairman Rogers, who knew of my interest and my request for this hearing, for holding this important and timely hearing to take a closer look at the Federal Air Marshal Program and discuss the recent findings in a report released last week by the Department of Homeland Security Inspector General. The Aviation Transportation Security Act of 2002 designated the Federal Air Marshal Service as a law enforcement organization within the Transportation Security Administration. Prior to September 11th, the Federal Air Marshals comprised a workforce of 33 Sky Marshals. After 9/11, it became clear that a 33-person unit would not be sufficient to protect the American flying public from a new threat. The idea of Federal Air Marshals, I believe, is, again, as I've said often in this committee, part of the front line of defense of the American homeland. FAMs were vastly expanded to address vulnerabilities exposed on 9/11. The Federal Air Marshal Service serves as the last line of defense for thousands of passengers on flights both domestic and international. While FAMs police our skies and protect passengers, we must wonder what happens when they leave the airport and return to the office. In the last 3 years, we've learned about a hostile work environment epitomized by the use of a crude game to demean FAMs who are women, minority group members, or gays. Today, the Inspector General will testify that 47% of survey respondents fear retaliation if they speak out about workplace conditions. Today, we'll hear from the leadership of FAMs about the plan to correct the workforce issues that have long plagued this organization. We will also hear from the Inspector General about the recommendations he has made to remedy the issues at FAMs. Compounding my concern about the Inspector General's report is the fact that the workforce challenges at FAMs are not new. In 2005, the GAO released a report recommending that FAMs develop a communication strategy to share expectations and report related progress within its workforce. In 2009, the GAO released another report recommending that the director of FAMs take appropriate actions to increase the usefulness of the workforce satisfaction surveys. Today, we will receive testimony from the IG recommending that the director of FAMs provide increased transparency and forms of communication across the organization, particularly between rank-and-file FAMs and management. It seems that every examination of FAMs, whether by GAO or the Inspector General, finds a workplace that needs improved transparency, increased communication, and opportunities for upward mobility. Knowing some of the FAMs myself and seeing them at work, I know that they are, however, dedicated and committed to serving the American people. But we must allow everyone to serve in dignity as a FAM on behalf of the American people. It is also clear that every examination since 2005 has yielded a promise from FAM's management that practices would improve and conditions would change. It appears that those promises have not been kept. Today, I do not want to hear about new promises. Today, I want to learn how FAM's leadership will keep its commitment to those Federal Air Marshals who risk their lives every day to protect the flying public. I frankly, in conclusion, would like to see FAMs increased and introduce H.R. 71, which would increase the number of Federal Air Marshals for certain flights, require criminal investigative training for such marshals, create an office and appoint an ombudsman for marshals and for other purposes. I'm committed to the excellence of FAMs. I want to see the leadership and the team working together, but as well working together with a diverse force, if you will, that can work harmoniously on behalf of the American people. I look forward to hearing from Director Bray on what actions he intends to take to address workforce challenges once and for all. With that, Mr. Chairman, thank you so very much, and I yield back.